Okay, so we're also live streaming onto the YouTube and being made public. Righty. There will be no use of the chat feature in the Zoom without my permission. And you cannot leave the Zoom session nor the courtroom without being properly dismissed or excused by me. I summoned you to come here. I'm the only one who can release you from the court session or the courtroom finality. Okay, so make sure to adhere to that, because even though that you have shown up, if you leave without proper dismissal, I can and may issue a warrant for your arrest.
Kim, if you need to get to the kitchen, you can go.
I need for you to stay muted. Please be very cognizant of that until I call your name, and then you can unmute yourself. Again, today is Friday. It is the 17th day of June 2022. I am looking for the following persons. Isaac Carter Pinkerton. Isaac Carter Pinkerton.
Your Honor, counsel is present. I will contact the defendant to make sure that he does appear via Zoom. He does have a plea today and we are ready for the plea. Let me just reach out to him.
Counsel, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Please let me know when your client is on board. Cynthia Juanita Hassel. Cynthia Juanita Hassel.
Your Honor, good morning. This is Attorney Javier Garcia. I'm here for Shannon Locke. He's the attorney of record. Our client is present via Zoom, and I'll need to confer this morning with the state.
Thank you, ADA. Excuse me, I will go ahead and do that. Thank you very much, Attorney Garcia. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm well, Your Honor. How are you? Thank you for asking.
Thanks.
Good.
Cynthia Hassel, unmute and respond. And
Good morning. Present.
okay, we are having technical difficulties. I'm going to let you get out of the Zoom now and fix your technical difficulties and check your your speakers, okay? And get ready. Otherwise, I'll need for you to come down to the courthouse immediately. Leave and come down to the courthouse if you cannot fix it, okay? Thank you
Yes.
for being here. Ashley Kopp. Ashley and Kopp. Mark that for a failure to appear, possible.
Judge, Ms.
Yes.
Kopp was transferred to County Court 4.
Okay. Salim Sultan Ali.
Your Honor, Sarah Ritchie present for Mr. Salim Ali. He
Yes.
is also present here on Zoom. I believe we need to confer with the prosecutor.
Okay, not a problem. All righty. Salim Sultan Ali, unmute and respond.
Yes, I'm here.
All righty. Thank you very much, sir. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. There's 2 cases. Esteban Serrato. Esteban Serrato. John Mancha. John Mancha.
good morning, Your Honor. This is Bernard Campion for Mr. Mancha. He is present here with me, and I will turn the camera so he can announce. Would you announce your presence?
Yes, John Mancha here, present.
Okay, good. Thank you
And
very much. Perfectly
Very,
done.
very briefly, Your Honor, this is a case that they have offered a conditional dismissal. It was going to be dismissed today if he completed 12 hours of community service and the drug offender education program. He has received instructions on the community service and made the appropriate donation to the Blessed Angels of $99, which equates to the 12 hours. And we have e-filed the receipt for that donation. It is on file. He completed the drug offender education program on June the 5th. He received email confirmation from the Alamo Education Group that he had completed that program. We e-filed that verification as well. They
Counsel?
told us the actual certificate would be mailed
Counsel?
within. Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, I do hate to interrupt you because you're going to have to repeat all of this when I call the matter for record.
Oh, got it.
So I do apologize. I'm just trying to finish calling the docket at this time,
Okay.
and then I
Sorry.
will let you go through that. Thank you very much, though, for
Sorry,
the
Your Honor.
heads up.
Uh-huh.
Mateo Garza, Mateo Andreas Garza.
Your Honor, Frank Alvarez for the defendant. We are ready. He's present, and this is a plea.
Already. Thank you very much. Mateo Garza.
Present.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. Appreciate you being here. Thomas Charles Early.
Judge, that case was transferred to County Court 11.
Okay, thank you. Martica Miranda Garcia. All right, mark that as possible failure to appear. Eric Alexander Dixon. Mark that as possible failure to appear.
Judge, number 12 was transferred to County Court 12.
Okay. Eddie Morales Armando.
That case was transferred to County Court 15, Judge.
Okay. Thank you. Kenneth Leonard Cook. Mark that for a possible failure to appear. Roseanne Valenzuela. Is there anyone in the courtroom that I did not call? I'm focusing on the.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Isaiah Robinson. I'm present in the courtroom today.
Okay, I need for you to have a microphone. Is there a microphone on? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you better. What is your name?
Isaiah Robinson.
Okay. Who is your attorney? Who is your attorney?
Michael Sawyer.
Judge, Mr. Sawyer is running late today.
Okay, thank you. We'll go ahead and wait for your attorney. Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. Who else in the courtroom have I not called?
Me, Your Honor. Ryan Sepulveda.
He,
the
just calling a
courtroom.
couple in the courtroom right now, Mr. Spoley.
My name is Gary Tolar.
And I'm here for Mr. Tolar as well, Your Honor.
Okay, what is your first name, sir?
Gary,
Mr. Gary Tolar and Mr. Ryan Sepulveda, my clients are recalled for a hearing on state's motions for continuance, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, counsel.
Morning, Your
Thank you for being here. And then, is there anyone else in the courtroom? All righty. Now, on Zoom, is there anyone on Zoom that I have not recognized or have not called their name?
Mr. Sepulveda?
Excuse me,
Yes,
Miss.
Judge Ryan Sepulveda.
And your attorney is Jonathan Ross?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Thank you for being here today, sir. Anyone
welcome.
else?
Yes, I have a question. It's Thomas Early. You called my name, but you said,
Did I believe I called your name and your case has been transferred to County Court 11. So, sir, what I will do is have you contact your attorney and then you are excused. Okay, sir?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, anyone else? All right, that concludes the calling of the docket. Attorney Francisco Alvarez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
We're ready, Judge.
Okay, sir, thank you very much. I appreciate you both being here. As I mentioned earlier, I do not have a court reporter. The shortage is great. So what's going to happen is we're seeking to find where there's a court reporter and the court that may be able to go ahead and take the hearing, take the plea. If we cannot find one, then we'll need to go ahead and reset this plea to next week when we should have a court reporter present, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I am about 2.5 hours away. So if we need to reschedule for next week, that would be appropriate if it's okay with the court. If it's via Zoom.
Yes, you can go ahead and we can do it, the plea via Zoom. That is not a problem, counsel.
Sure.
It's just that we must have a court reporter for this particular plea, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty. So just give, if you do have something else to do, another court to be in, please feel free to go to that,
Thank you, Your Honor.
attend to that, and then just come on back and I believe my court coordinator has your contact information.
Yes, Your Honor. I have
If she
another.
does-
I do have another hearing that I need to jump onto, and I will return as soon as I get done with that one, Judge.
That will work very well. I can, let me put you in with my court coordinator real quick to make sure that she does have your contact information, okay, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you,
I
Judge.
appreciate your patience and understanding, sir.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
I have concluded the calling of the docket, and now I am going to move the attorneys and address particular issues. Alrighty, so Attorney Garcia, you need to go ahead and get in with the ADA. Who is the conferring ADA? Is that you, ADA Lynn Han Martinez?
Yes, Judge, I'm happy to confer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hello? Okay.
Attorney Ritchie, you also need to go ahead and get in there to confer. Let me go ahead and give you an invitation. You should have that. Okay. Any other attorneys that need to get in to confer? Okay. All righty. Now, Attorney ADA Boses is here. So Attorney Bernard Campion, let us get on ADA Boses. Could you pull up cause number 655, 658?
Yes. I have that pulled up here.
Okay, let's go ahead and get on record on cause number 655, 658, State of Texas versus John Mancha. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Brett Boses here for the state.
Bernard Campion for Mr. Mancha. We're present and ready, Your Honor.
All righty, and Mr. John Mancha?
Yes, sir. He's right here, Your Honor.
So. All right, good morning again. Let the record reflect that the defendant is in this court session with his attorney. We're here because we are set for a plea. However, at the calling of the docket, counsel, you started to advise the court of the current status of this matter. Could you please?
Yes. May it please the
repeat
court.
Yourself. Yes.
Thank you. May it please the court. Your Honor, the district attorney's office had offered as an agreed upon disposition of this case, what would be referred to as a conditional dismissal. It was going to be conditioned, the dismissal was to be conditioned upon the defendant performing 12 hours of community service and completing the drug offender education program. It was reset for a plea today to give him time to do that. He has, when we got instructions on the community service, we were informed that per guidelines of County Court 2, that a donation to some given charities, one of which includes an organization called Blessed Angels at the rate of $8.25 per hour would satisfy the community service requirement. So when we do the math, that donation would equate to $99. And the defendant, Mr. Mancha, made a donation of $99 to the Blessed Angels Community Center. We received a receipt for that donation, and that a copy of that receipt has been e-filed and should be in the court's file verifying satisfaction of the community service. The other requirement was that Mr. Mancha complete the drug offender education program. He took that class and successfully completed it on June the 5th. And we received an email from the Alamo Education Organization that he had in fact successfully completed that program. We e-filed a copy of that email, which basically states, John Mancha, you completed the course of drug offender education program, and that has been e-filed with the court. The actual physical certificate, they said, will take 7 to 10 business days to generate. As of this morning, it still has not come in. I talked personally with the Alamo Education Organization this morning. They verified to me that he has in fact completed that program successfully. And they said that his certificate was in the next batch to go out, but it likely wouldn't be until next week. So even though today is our 10th business day, he has taken the class, he has completed it, and we have verification of that via an email, but the certificate itself, they're just lagging behind in getting those out. So it could be one day next week before we physically have that in our possession. So the bottom line is he has completed the requirements for the conditional dismissal. If the district attorney's office would accept the email verification of the DOEP class, that should satisfy it. If they want to wait for the physical certificate itself, they tell me as of this morning, we should be getting it next week.
State.
Judge, I have no issue with accepting the email verification, and I'm sure that Mr. Campion can email me a copy of the certificate once it does come in next week. But if the court will accept it, I will file the dismissal now based on the email verification.
And I'll be happy to send them the certificate. They're supposed to be sending me a copy of the certificate as well, but I'll follow up with them next week to make sure I get a copy and get it to Mr. Boses.
Okay. And sir, as important as it is for the state to get it in order for them to be satisfied to follow through with their end of the bargain, it's also equally important in this case, particularly when the DOP is required for the court to get it, because DPS will check with the court, and it could affect his ability to get his driver's license.
I'll be glad to provide that. I guess I would just e-file the certificate once we get it then.
Yes, sir. That would be the best thing. Okay.
Not a problem.
All righty. And state, thank you for your generosity and understanding. And we will, I will go ahead and accept the dismissal upon, if you're satisfied that the conditions that you have set forth are complete, are based on the email, I will go ahead and accept that. And counsel, you and your client may be excused pending. Is there anything further on this matter, state?
No, nothing further on this, Judge.
Okay. And counsel, when did you say the DOP was completed?
June the 5th.
All righty, and make sure the court has a copy of everything else, okay?
I will, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Bosis.
Thank you, and appreciate it, and appreciate you, Mr. Mancha, for going ahead and fulfilling the requirements as you agreed to, okay?
Yes, thank you, sir.
I
Appreciate
wish
it.
you the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too, Your Honor.
Thank you. State, if you would be kind enough to work with ooh. Attorney Alvarez, County Court at Law Number 1 is willing to go ahead and accept the plea. I need for you to, awesome. So State, will you be able to send the paperwork over to County Court at Law Number 1? That is Judge Helen Petrie Stowe? Or perhaps you can take the paperwork over there.
I
if you're in the
can-
courthouse.
Yeah, I can redirect it for her to sign, if the plea is gonna be done through Zoom.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Attorney Alvarez is via Zoom, can only be via Zoom.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sorry, Judge, what's the cause number for that case?
it is 671-965. And the defendant is Mateo Garza.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Luna, would you find out their Zoom? I'm trying to find out their Zoom link. If you would find out their Zoom link so that you can be able to chat that to Attorney Alvarez, and so he can pass that on to his client. And then I will release you guys to Zoom over there. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
All righty, thank you. Okay, Attorney Alvarez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Attorney Garcia.
Hi, Your Honor. I'm back from conferring with the state on Miss Cynthia Jazzo.
Yes, sir.
And, Your Honor, this is a situation where we had a conditional dismissal And we do need a little bit more time to comply with that, but I was wondering if I could speak with, to get new dates regarding moving this from Miss Luna.
When was the conditional, what was the conditional dismissal?
To obtain a valid driver's license or occupational license, which our client has been diligently pursuing. But she does need a little bit more time to work with one more agency to deal with some tickets that are warrants.
All right, give me a minute on that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mhm. But as you know, I don't give extensions on conditional dismissals. I'm very hesitant to do that. And Attorney Ritchie,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning.
I was able to consult with the prosecutor. The status of this case is we applied for pretrial diversion on February 18th, 2022. I have followed up with that office asking about the status 5 times via email.
I'm sorry, when did you apply?
On February 18th, 2022.
Okay.
I followed up via email on February 28th, April 6th, April 27th, May 17th, and June 14th, asking about the status. Every time I'm told it is still sitting on somebody's desk. When I just spoke to the prosecutor in the breakout room, it is still her position and the prior DA's position that this is a pretrial diversion case. She believes that it is being held up because of the asset forfeiture case. So we are agreeing to relinquish the property in the asset forfeiture case in hopes that that will move along the pretrial diversion decision.
You're just making that agreement now?
This is the first time it's come up. So they just emailed me an agreed order to review, to send back, and because she believes that's why he's not being approved for pretrial diversion. He hasn't been declined, and she says it looks like it's in the works. No one has really been able to give me an answer of why it's taking so long. So I don't know how you would like us to proceed with these cases on your docket. Sounds like it might get done if we have more time, but I also know you don't want to have cases hanging out unnecessarily.
Let's go ahead and get on record electronically on cause numbers. Six 50701, 650-702, 650-703. State of Texas versus Salim Sultan Ali. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Sorry, Judge, I was on the phone about a different case. Brett Bosis is here for the state.
Sarah Ritchie for the defendant, Salim Ali.
Okay. Counsel, this matter has been set for pretrial diversion, and it was set for that pretrial diversion to have been completed and entered into before today. Otherwise, you plead today. Could you please tell me what is going on with this case?
Yes, Your Honor. We submitted the pretrial determination packet, diversion packet in February, on February 18th. I have followed up no less than 5 times with the person in charge of the pretrial diversion department. They do not have a response. They have not been able to make a decision. The prosecutor that was assigned to this case and the new one that is assigned have both said they still support the recommendation for pretrial diversion. And they believe that the hangup has been the asset forfeiture case, which I was not aware of, that I did not know was even pending. It sounds like if my client will relinquish his interest and rights to the property that's subject to the asset forfeiture case, that they will make a decision on the pretrial diversion and actually let him enter the program.
Counsel, you said that you have followed up. In what manner have you followed up and when?
Yes, Your Honor. I have emailed Beatrice Chavez on February 28th, April 6th, April 27th, May 17th, and June 14th. That is in addition to the emails I have sent to the prosecutor assigned to the case and the phone calls that I have made that have gone unanswered.
And the prosecutor that you were dealing with?
The prosecutor that I had been dealing with prior was Evan Myers, and he's the one that actually recommended these cases for pretrial diversion. The prosecutor I spoke with this morning was Miss Ling Han. Oh, I'm sorry, Ling Han. I apologize. And she said she had not had a chance to review these cases, but that she would support Mr. Myers' recommendation for pretrial diversion.
Judge, can I just shed some light, which will clear this up really quickly?
Absolutely, State. I was just about to call upon you for a response. Thank you. Proceed.
So the holdup is the forfeiture order. That's the only thing that is keeping this in limbo. And since ADA Evan Myers was the one who had been working on these cases previously, I'm not sure exactly if there was a holdup getting the order out or what happened, if there was miscommunication between prosecution and defense. But once that order is signed, because that order was always supposed to be at least a condition of the pretrial diversion, perhaps that wasn't communicated properly, but once that order is signed, then the pretrial diversion will go through. That's the only thing that's standing in the way.
Okay. And that was that has just been clearly made to Attorney Ritchie as of this morning.
Yes, Your Honor. It's the first I've heard of it, and it was just emailed to me at 9:37 a.m. the first time.
And that is counsel defense. That is something that you are willing to take care of as soon as possible?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll take care of it this morning with my client as soon as we're finished.
Okay, so now, State, thank you very much for that clarification and illuminating the issue and the cure. So how much longer do we need, counsel or State?
Well, considering they submitted their application a long time ago, once the order is signed, And it's returned to us. I mean, it shouldn't take long at all. I'm not sure if it will, probably sometime next week, I would think. I mean, it's Friday, so sometime next week. I'm not sure if it'll be Monday or Tuesday or when, but it should go through right away.
Right. Council, would 2 weeks be an appropriate amount of time to follow through with this?
Defense or state, Your Honor?
Council, state, defense.
That's fine with me. I am out of the country the week of June 27th, but I'm available anytime the next week or the week before.
Okay, so if I were to reset this for the 8th of July, would that give you appropriate amount of time for you to return back from country or follow
Yes,
up and follow through with this?
Yes.
Okay, so can we state, you think that would be sufficient time as well?
Yes, Judge, I think that'll give the PTD people sufficient time.
Okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and make sure we get this off the docket by that time, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty, I appreciate it. Thank you for your diligence at council. I really appreciate it. Mr. Ali, you're very lucky. You have a very good counsel who is following through with this, and I appreciate the state's generosity in keeping the offer available to you. Okay, sir?
Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, Attorney Ritchie, you're going out of country where?
Italy.
Yes, I'll have my bags packed and meet you at the airport.
Okay, Intercontinental.
Okay, all
Thank you,
right.
Honor.
Have a great time.
Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, you and your client may be excused. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Make sure, oh, let me give you my my order, okay? My shopping list. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Let me make sure that I get where did the attorney go? Francisco Alvarez. Okay. Okay, there he is. All righty. Attorney Boses, ADA Boses, could you please go ahead and meet me and Mr. Alvarez in your breakout room, please?
Yes, we can do that.
Marina, which one do I send? I send you that I move the court desktop. Would that move you, Marina?
Sorry, Judge?
Okay, so I will move that one, okay. If you could join the ADA Boses, his breakout room. Let's see.
I'll join it with the courts coordinators.
Okay, thank you. I'll be right back. Okay. Taking care of that, PTD amendments. Attorney Mathos, how are we doing with your client?
Yes, Your Honor. My client had some issues as far as a ride to the courthouse, but he will be there in about 15 or 20 minutes, Your Honor. And he is set for a plea. He is ready to do the plea this morning. I know you don't have a court reporter, and we can figure that out as soon as he arrives at the courthouse.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. State, I do not have a copy of the state's motion for continuance on cause, Attorney Ross, I need the cause numbers for Tolar and Spef.
Yes, Mr. Sepulveda's case, Your Honor, is 649971.
Okay, and Tolar?
And Mr. Tolar's case is 680726, Your Honor.
State, if you could go ahead and pull up cause numbers 680726 and 649971. Counsel, do you have the motions for continuance?
I don't believe so. Brett, did you send that over by any chance?
Do you guys need to get into a breakout room and talk first?
Sure.
Yeah, that'll work, Judge. Thank you.
Okay.
Judge, I also sent over the motion that was e-filed from the state to your email.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Attorney Bosis, you should still have your access, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Ms. Luna, could you go ahead and pull up cause number 645243? The court file.
Yes, Judge, let me run to get it.
Judge, I had a question.
Just give me a second, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I have file 645243.
Okay, thank you very much. Hang on to it.
Judge, may I make an announcement to the court?
Yes, ADA.
So on cause number 680726, and that's defendant Gary Tolar. Yesterday, I had announced not ready and said that I'd be filing a motion for continuance. And I just told this to defense counsel in the breakout room, but since then, we've actually gotten in contact with the witnesses from that case. And so I'm changing my announcement to ready, and I won't be filing a continuance on that case.
Okay, we'll get that on record in a minute. Go ahead. And 649971, did you want to go ahead? Let me just call those two and or call the one, call them for record purposes. Shall we do that? You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay, let us get on record for with cause number 680726, State of Texas versus Gary Tolar. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state. And thank you, Deputy, for bringing Mr. Tolar. And we are an electronic recording. So state, please approach and announce. And
Brett Bose is here for the state.
Jonathan Ross for the defense, Your Honor.
Okay. We're here today on this matter that was set for a trial at I believe it was yesterday. There was trial announcements made on this matter, and defense state, you announced Let me just double check. Hold on 2 seconds. State, you had announced not ready, correct?
That's correct.
And you were going to prepare a motion for continuance. Please proceed.
Yes, I was going to prepare a motion for continuance. However, since yesterday and my announcement, I've been able to make contact with the relevant witnesses from this case. And so the state will be ready for trial next week, and I will not be filing a motion for continuance on this case.
Okay, and Mr. Tolar is in this court session? He
Yes,
is
Your Honor,
in-
he's
Yes,
in
ma'am.
the courtroom, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Tolar. Let the record reflect that the defendant is in this court session and in person in the courtroom with his attorney. So counsel, defense?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bosis just informed us about this.
Defense,
nothing.
you had announced ready for trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, proceed.
I don't think the defense has anything further on this, Your Honor.
Okay, so we will go ahead and Monday is a holiday. The jury should be ready on Tuesday afternoon. I will expect for you guys to appear no later than 11 o'clock. No later than 11 o'clock.
Can I talk to my attorney?
However, if there's any changes to that, my court coordinator will make you aware of that, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Do you know happen to know by any chance where we might be on the docket in the lineup?
As far as the trial, there is one ahead of, there is another one that is set for trial. We will look into as far as the dates on those once we get a good lineup, okay? So we'll
Yes, ma'am.
try
Thank
to
you.
get that information out to you this afternoon. If not, we'll put it in your email by Monday. So,
And Mr. Tolar, I will probably talk to you in person just a bit. Okay.
Okay.
all right, so so this one is set for trial. And we will go ahead and get off record on this particular matter on cause number 680726. We're off record on that. Okay, now let's go ahead and call cause number 649-971. Okay. At State of Texas versus Ryan Sepulveda.
Brett
Yes,
Bosis,
ma'am.
the state.
Jonathan Ross for the defense, Your Honor.
And are you Ryan Sepulveda?
Yes, ma'am, I'm present.
Okay, let the record reflect that the defendant is in the court session with his attorney. We are here as of yesterday. We had trial announcements, and state, you announced not ready on this matter. And as well, let me just double check. Defense, you announced that you were ready. The state, I believe, later we went back on record, and the state had an objection. And counsel, how did you respond?
I'm sorry, I don't remember the particular objection, but my understanding is that that the state is moving for continuance on this in order to provide the, I believe it's the police report references surveillance video, photographs, and
I'm going to,
audio recording.
sorry, counsel. I'm going to let the state put on their motion for continuance, which I should have a copy of, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
State, I have your motion for continuance. State, please proceed. Your motion. Please proceed.
Yes, Judge. So after conferring with defense counsel yesterday, I was made aware of discovery items that the defense had not been able to view yet. Those items included, surveillance video, as well as some photographs and possibly one or two 911 calls that I'm at the moment not sure if they had been uploaded previously or not. But I was made aware of that yesterday when I conferred with defense counsel, and it's the state's policy to, of course, have an open file and share all of our discovery with the defense. And so I filed this motion to allow, to give the defense time to review these discovery items that they had not yet seen, so that, this will be a truly fair trial where they've had an ability to view all of the evidence before going to trial and having a jury decide the guilt or innocence of the defendant. I just believe it's best to make sure that they've had an opportunity to review everything, and that's why I've filed this motion.
Should I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. The defense is not opposed to the state's motion for continuance on this. I know the issue had been raised before when it was set, but I have no doubt that Mr. Bossis did not know, had no personal knowledge of these items being missing. They're still not on e-discovery quite yet. Sometimes that is a bit of a confusing system for everyone, but these may be helpful, quite helpful, especially the surveillance video may be quite helpful in resolving the case or illuminating it for the jury. So we would not oppose the state's motion for continuance on this.
State, anything further?
The only thing further is that we just respectfully request the court to grant this motion for continuance, and then at the next setting, both parties will have had full ability to view all the evidence that's available.
Okay. Defense, have you filed a motion for discovery? Formal motion instead of a hearing?
I don't believe we filed a motion for it, Your Honor. I don't believe so. There's been requests through the e-discovery system. We've got all the evidence that's on there uploaded at the moment. I just believe that that information didn't get uploaded since. Although actually, I mean, the discovery of this has been ordered previously by the court in the trial notes during the original jury setting. So that was addressed. But like I mentioned, I have no doubt that that Mr. Boses, didn't have any personal knowledge of that order, Your Honor.
Okay. If you would, I'm just going to suspend the record at this time. Ms. Luna, would you get me the judge's notes on cause number, if you pull that up, cause number 649971, the PTC judge's notes on that one, please? I
Yes.
thought I had it because I did ask you for something yesterday, but it was on other cases. Okay.
I'll go get that for you, Your Honor.
All righty, thank you very much. Scan that to me. All righty, let's just go ahead and hold on 2 seconds. Let me take a look at that because I do want to make sure that you guys will be ready. Attorney Sawyer, did you come into the courtroom? Yes, sir.
Understand that.
Good morning, sir. You are here for Mr.
Isaiah
Robinson?
Robinson, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Give
I
me that case.
apologize for my delay this morning, Judge. I was supposed to be here earlier. My wife's getting therapy for the injury she received about 3 months ago. It caused me to be late this morning getting here. I apologize.
Ooh, tell Patty to feel better, okay, please?
Well, she had a bad fall. She ended up at Methodist Hospital for about a week and a half, and then Warm Springs for rehabilitation for about 3 weeks after that. So she's just getting mobile again, still receiving therapy at home about 3 times a week.
Oh, okay, please wish her well. Wish her a speedy recovery for me, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Do you
Mr. Robinson is present. He's brought the documents to the court you had requested.
Right, and do you have his cause number with you handy?
Isaiah, let me have your file, your case number. Let me look at my sheet, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, that is 633329.
And what are we doing today, sir?
Judge, you wanted to see what programs he has completed. We verified he completed the DWI education course. He bought out his community service, paid for it, started paying for it. He has receipts for that. And he just is going to start the parenting classes. Also, we were looking at the different options, whether it be an in-home, a portable, or the breathalyzer. Mr. Robinson now tells me, given the fact that the new breathalyzer installed in the vehicle seems to be working okay, he would like to remain on the court-ordered breathalyzer that he already has.
Oh, okay. What I'd like to do at this time, do you have a device that we can use to put you in the jury room with your client or in the back room of the
I could go in
court?
the back. Well, I have no device with me, Judge. I'm a low-tech person. He has his telephone. We could use that. If he could break in a breakout room. He does have a telephone.
All righty, so let's go ahead and put you either in the office or the jury room. Deputy, would you be able to go ahead and get them set up? We do have CLO Talia Santos. If you could pull up that case.
Your Honor, may I get the case number again, please?
Yes, ma'am. It is 633-329.
Yes, Judge.
ADA Han Martinez is in County Court 1, correct?
No, Judge, I am in county court. I'm in the Zoom. I haven't received any anything that I should be in county court 1.
Okay. All righty. Marina, could you, after you sent me those notes, thank you for the notes. Do you have the link to provide to ADA Han so she can get into County Court 1 to make sure to be in that Zoom, or at least waiting for that Zoom to happen?
Yes, I'll go ahead and send it to Ms. Han, to Ms. Martinez right now. And then I'll also just send you the PTC notes for Mr. Sepulveda's case.
I just got them. Thank you. Give me a second, please.
Marina, can you put Robinson? He's here with his attorney Sawyer. I think they were going to do a breakout room or something.
I'll be doing that in a minute. Thanks. ADA Bosis, would you be kind enough to join well, let me get the CLO to kind of look over things for you first, and then you can join Attorney Sawyer in the breakout room to discuss the case.
Is that an MTR?
I believe it is set for an MTR, sir.
Okay.
And I'll put you guys in a breakout room. All righty. You, Attorney CLO Tejas, you should have your invitation as well as, okay, good. Attorney Hunt.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here for Kenneth Cook. He's the last two cases on the docket. I've spoken to his ex-wife and his stepfather, and they both tell me that he's homeless. They don't have any way of getting in communication with them. And I did get an email address, but I haven't heard any response from the email that I sent him.
Counsel, I appreciate you coming and advocating for your client. Would a few more days give you the opportunity to be able to make further contact with him? You think that would be helpful?
It very well could.
Counsel, can I give you till the 1st or the 5th of July? Which one will work for you?
Let's do July 1st. I know the 5th is very busy.
Okay. All righty. So council, I will issue a judge's warrant to be remanded without bond on the 1st of July. Would that work? Or would
Yes.
you like for me to make that the 5th of July?
Well, I don't know if I'll be here on the 5th, so the 1st would be preferable.
Yes, sir. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And on or before the 1st of July, if your client can come in and check in with the court and make sure and sign up and give us an updated address and information that we'll be able to share with you, that would be great. And a warrant will not be issued. After that, I will issue a warrant on the 1st of July if he does not show up, then we'll notify you, and please feel free to approach upon that warrant being executed.
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty. Thank you, counsel, again, for being here. If you're not going to be here on the 5th, does that involve travel to some exotic place that I should go to as well?
No, hopefully just being on Zoom all day.
Okay. You can do that by yourself. Previous counsel said, hey, I'm not going to be available. I'm going to Italy. And I said, let me pack my bags and go with you.
I go with him or her.
Well,
Okay.
you have yourself a great weekend, Juneteenth weekend. And thank you for coming to advocate for your client.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Your excuse. Getting back on record on cause number 649-971, State of Texas versus Ryan Sepulveda. At the time we suspended the record, court had asked to review the judge's notes regarding the pretrial conference hearing that was held on the 21st of April, 2022. I have been able to go ahead and review those. The attorney, the ADA at the time was Evan Myers, and Attorney Ross, you were present during that for that pretrial conference hearings. And of course, the defendant is usually excused, is excused by court policy pending, but subject to the attorney's further instructions. And I see here that there were discovery issues that were identified by both parties regarding Coban, photos and audio. At the time, counsel defense did receive their e-discovery, and as well as the information, and did waive arraignment. So these discovery items were identified back on the 21st of April. And I believe the state indicated by the 27th of May that they would have produced or looked into the COBAN and this discovery issues. So and defense, you did not file a discovery and set the matter for a hearing, so as to determine or follow up on the status of the discovery. So taking all of that into consideration, would a week give you sufficient time to either file a motion for discovery or come back and announce and be able to complete the discovery issues or reconcile the discovery issues?
We would prefer to have the video and sufficient time to incorporate it into the case, Your Honor, if that's possible. Like again, we're not opposed to the state's motion for continuance on this. We would prefer to have the video, frankly. We just the only concern I have is just I not wanting obviously to waive any rights on behalf of my client or just have it the delay charged on behalf of my client. That's all, Your Honor.
Well, again, I asked with a week,
probably not, maybe a month, Your Honor. To have the video before trial setting?
Well, you've stated that you've gone ahead and you have all the discovery available.
I believe so. And I've been in the process of uploading what I have. I've been doing that this morning. Defense had also mentioned that he wanted me to put some stuff on a flash drive because it is quite common to have issues with the e-discovery system and for it to not be very reliable in downloading evidence. So I mean, to be truthful, a week is probably insufficient, just given the realities of the systems that we have to work with. And so I think that 3 weeks to a month, as defense suggested, would be a better amount of time.
Okay, the court is willing to not attribute this continuance and will make it a court reset. And we'll see you back for trial announcements on the 30th of June. Okay?
All right. Put it in the calendar, Your Honor.
Okay.
And
thank you,
Brett,
Judge.
yeah, thank you. I'll also drop you. I'm in the building, so I'll shoot you a text and I'll stop by if you're available. And
okay, yeah, I can meet you.
So that is going to be a court reset. Motion for continuance, and we will reset this for the 30th of June. That will be the trial announcement, and the defendant must be present. And the trial will be set for the 5th of July, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your efforts on this matter and your advocacy, counsel. I really do appreciate it and state your generosity. I appreciate it, your patience and due diligence to work through this. Oh, see you guys on the 30th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The court coordinator does have Mr. Sepulveda's email address, correct?
I'm not sure, but I can email that over to Ms. Luna.
Okay, very good. You will email it to her, preferable. Thank you very much. Will you and your client are excused. Let's make sure that we get that email address and get the reset, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You guys have a great weekend.
Judge. Isaac Carter Pinkerton is just walking in.
Okay, very
Andrea
good.
Matos is the attorney.
Okay, great, great. We'll get him signed in. Thank you very much for that.
Judge, I can speak with the attorney for Mr. Robinson, if that still isn't needed.
Right, I believe it is. They are sharing the same device, okay? He's with his client. Alrighty, and did you need CLO Teos in there? Teos Santos?
Yes, I was just going to ask that, if she could join us in the breakout room.
Okay, at ADA BOSIS, may I just move you, send you the invitation instead of moving them? They still have access to the room I moved them in. Would that be okay?
Yes, that'll work great.
Okay, please join the CLO's breakout room. Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Robinson and Attorney Sawyer, you guys can go back into the room that you were in. If you look under more, those three dots, you should be able to see the breakout room. There should be three dots to the right. It says more. Oh, they found it. Oh. Three dots and says more, and you should be able to find more options. And you should see one that says rejoin breakout room. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you. Oh, okay, I think they found it. Okay, all righty. Attorney Matos.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
morning.
Mr. Carter Pinkerton is present, and we do have a plea set for today, Your Honor. I need to confer with ADA BOSIS whenever he has a second as well. The plea paperwork was sent to an email for the client, but he no longer has access to that email, so he was having issues signing the plea paperwork. I did already go over that plea paperwork with him, so he just needs to get access so that he can sign it.
Okay. Since he is in the courtroom, would you like for him to be sent to the courtroom? Are you there? Are you in the courthouse at all?
I'm not, Your Honor, but that's fine. If he wants to send it to the courtroom, that would be great. Again, I've already talked to him about the plea paperwork, and he understood everything. So if he wants to be sent into the courtroom, that works as well.
Okay. Deputy, do you know how to access that? Or Ms. Luna, do you know how to be able to access the courtroom email so that
Can they
can-
email it to the clerks to print out? Be easier, or to Marina,
Or to me, yeah, either or.
to Marina.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and email it to you guys, and you guys will get it printed out. Okay. And then scan to me after it's completed. Sounds
Yes,
good.
sir. Thank you.
We are full of improvisation. Okay. Ms. Luna, can you get a hold of Attorney O'Donnell?
Judge, he is still in jail court from what he told me about 30 minutes ago.
Okay.
So he's stuck there for a little bit while. He did submit a competency for Ms. Garcia. And he has requested for us to send it to Judge Carruthers, so.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Do I have that? So,
I haven't seen the motion yet, so I'll ask him in regards to that. Maybe he e-filed it and we just haven't gotten it yet.
okay, so if that's where that is at, that's the problem. Okay.
Ms. Luna, I emailed you a copy of that plea paperwork. I just sent you a message as well. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, let me go ahead and check that right now.
Attorney Garcia, I know that you're
Yes, ma'am.
working on stuff, and so I do appreciate your patience. Was there another court that you needed to attend to or anything of that nature? Because I will take this plea, handle this matter, and then I will deal with your case because we have some discussion on that matter.
Yes, Your Honor. There's no other matter, Your Honor. I can mute myself and just
Wait.
be ready whenever you're.
I appreciate it. I believe the offense, I'd like for you to consider that the offense date on this matter is 22 August 2020, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe so. Yes.
All right. And have you had an opportunity to review the driving history in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. I have. Yes, Your Honor. And while I have you here, if I may, I just see one more impediment to get a valid occupational license. So, but yes, I've seen the history. Yes.
Okay. Right, and I would, you can advise me in how you want to be able to handle this, but I'm going to need specific efforts once the state comes back
Yes, sir.
on this, because we've had a couple of settings on this and dates, and so if you would be kind enough to illuminate why I should consider a continuance, okay?
Yes, sir. I mean, I can alternatively argue for a trial date, but I just wanted to present the court what was going on before I had asked for a trial date, but I'll take it step by step, Your Honor.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Francois, how are you? You're here for Robinson, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let
Good
me go
morning to
ahead
you.
and thank you so much for being here. Let me put you in a breakout room where everybody is talking about it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
The CLO is in there as well. Deputy, is there a way if for Mr. Pinkerton, can we go ahead and get him, Carter Pinkerton, can we get him into a room where he'll be able to go over the paperwork with his attorney?
The computer's not working, he doesn't have one. I don't have one. Or
Your Honor, I've already gone over the paperwork with him. He basically just has to sign it as soon as Ms. Luna prints it out for him.
Okay. Alrighty, if you will be able to, she will not be able, if you will be able to go ahead and give him guidance regarding that, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I just wanted to be able, Attorney Mathis, I just wanted to be able to put you in a room with him. So, because the Zoom, I can only deal with one case at a time. So if, with the court TV, if you're speaking with him on that, giving him the guidance, I won't be able to do anything else and I'll need to be able to move on. So that's my issue. Does he have a telephone?
He does, Your Honor, but like a cell phone, he wouldn't, I don't think he has the ability to get onto Zoom from his cell phone, but I could call him, I can mute myself and I can give him a call if he has questions and guide him through that.
Okay, so Deputy, if you will put him in a room so that his attorney can talk to him over the phone, then we can do that.
I'm sorry, everybody's talking at one time. Tell me again. He's telling me his phones sometimes work, it's not working. I don't, because they got shut off, so. Hold on. On the phone? How are we gonna do that? With Wi-Fi? But is it charged? So is it picking up Wi-Fi from here? Okay, so it's working now? Well, yeah, do you have it on there? Oh, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, no, his phone's not operable and, yeah.
No, okay, Deputy, we don't need for it to be operable for Zoom, just to accept a telephone call.
I think he was still.
Is the phone working? He said yes.
Okay, so I just need for you to put him in a room so his attorney can call him, or he can call his attorney, so his attorney can give him guidance on the paperwork.
Okay, we're gonna put him in the back room. Mariana's giving him the work, and I'll take him to the back. Okay.
Thank you. He'll need a pen. Attorney Garcia, ADA Juan Martinez is back. Did you wish to confer with her or have you conferred with her already? You have already, right?
I already have, but if I could just confirm just for 1 minute, Your Honor, I just have a quick question to ask her.
Okay, all righty. Let me go ahead and place you guys in a, you already have access to her breakout room?
I got it. I see, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Recording in progress.
Ms. Luna, will you make me the co-host?
On the Judges Grace and Musumba one?
Yes. On both, please.
Your Honor, I have a quick announcement whenever you have a second.
Not a problem. Is ADA Han back in the court session? Oh, she is conferring with Attorney Garcia. Okay, so do we need to wait for the ADA?
No, well, it kind of depends on you. So I know you don't have a court reporter, so I wanted to see if Mr. Carter Pinkerton, if you want to send him to County Court 1 like you did the other plea, then we can go ahead and proceed with that plea.
Oh, no, we can go ahead and take this plea here.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Then we're ready whenever you are, Your Honor.
Okay, good.
And I believe it's ADA Bosis, by the way, that I had spoke to about the plea. I'm sure Ms. Hahn can do it as well, but he was the one that I had conferred with and had the plea agreement with.
Okay. They at times work ambidextrous. Attorney Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm back.
Did you want to speak to your client, or do I need to put her under oath to find out whether she's in a vehicle or not?
Judge, I can ask her, but I know she has an affidavit of non-driving on file, but I can ask her.
All righty. I'll go ahead and put you guys in the breakout room then. Okay, you should have your invitation, sir. So this is what we're going to do. I'll need to ask you guys, because I do have electronic recording, and we are also recording it YouTube. So we can, take the plea by electronic recording. If you will not object to that. If you do object to it, I'm talking to your attorneys, then I will send you to County Court 1. So we're ready to get on record. I believe, let me make sure that I have the paperwork. I can also reset it.
Yes, Judge, may I speak to Ms. Matos?
Matos, you'd like to speak with her? Okay.
Yes, please.
All righty, let me go ahead and you're in your breakout room, and I will send her to your breakout room.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mhm.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I'm having issues with my connection. Do you mind placing me in a breakout room with Ms. Lincoln?
Not at all. Let's see where you are. You should have your invite. She'll need to take off the background. Place the device on a flat surface, please. Okay. Are we ready on the plea? I don't know. I basically have.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Are you referring to Mr. Carter Pinkerton or are you talking to someone else?
Right. I'm referring to you right now. Do we have the paperwork ready to go?
I believe the paperwork has been signed, Your Honor, but we would actually like to have it on record if we can get this transferred over to County Court 1, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. So you would like a record?
Yes.
We'll go ahead and get you sent. Let me just see if she can take one because she was very strict with her time. Okay, while we're waiting for a response on that, I'm getting a response. I'm waiting for that response. I will proceed with the Hassel case. Okay, counsel, did you wish to let us get on record on cause number 645-243, state of, I'm sorry. Attorney Han Martinez, did you want to pull that one up? It's cause number 645-243.
Judge, I have it.
Okay, great. Let's get on record on cause number 645-243, State of Texas versus Cynthia Juanita Hasso or Jasso. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the courts, starting with the state.
Linhan Martinez for the state.
Javier Garcia for Miss Cynthia Hasso and Mr. Shannon Locke's Associate Attorney, Your Honor. I'm present on his behalf.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. And are you Cynthia Juanita Hasso or is it Jasso? Please unmute and respond.
Cynthia Juanita Hasso.
Hasso, okay, thank you. All righty, let the record reflect that the defendant is in this Zoom session with her attorney. We are here regarding the fact that this matter is set for a plea today. And that has been set for a plea since, I would say, probably sometime in February or earlier. Counsel, proceed, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Originally, we were set for a possible conditional dismissal today. However, some of the requirements that were needed to satisfy the dismissal have not been met yet in order to request that dismissal. And because of that, after conferring with the state and our client, I believe it's best to set this matter for trial.
All righty, that's not a that is not a problem because this matter was set for, I believe, occupational driver's license to be met with or applied for or established, gained by the 18th of February, 2022. Has that been done?
It's not entirely, no, Your Honor. She is almost eligible to obtain an occupational license. She has one more matter to take care of with a municipality here, specifically Alamos Park. Once she gets that resolved there, she'll become eligible to apply for the occupational license. She has everything else, SR22 insurance, all the other requirements.
And we had set that for that was what we discussed as far as on the 10th of February. And the court usually admonishes that there are no recess from conditional dismissals, as the state has been very generous in making that offer. Furthermore, I also emphasize, I'm very emphatic about asking whether you are selecting sufficient time in order for the conditional dismissal to be complied with, all the requirements to be complied with. I'm usually reassured with regard to that so that we set this out from February all the way to today, June. And usually I state that must be ready to plea. Is the plea paperwork ready?
No, Your Honor. We wish to move this case for a jury trial.
Okay. And the state, any comments regarding or position regarding that?
Judge, the state is not opposed to allowing Ms. Yasso additional time if she is needed to complete the terms for her conditional dismissal. But the state is also not opposed to defense moving for a jury trial. We would ask that the jury trial be set more into the August-September timeframe.
Counsel, we're looking at trial announcements on the 23rd, the 30th of June, or the 7th of July. Which one would you like?
Trial announcements on the 7th of July with the jury. What day would the jury trial be, Your Honor?
Okay, let me give you that. It would be on the 11th of July.
Your Honor, may I check one thing? I do believe that there's vacation letters on file from the office. I apologize. I'm just checking that real quick.
Sure.
There are, and just to let you know, there are, Mr. Locke has vacation letters from July 5th through July 19th, Your Honor.
Absolutely, you're correct. So the 30th of, let me see. So the 30th would not work for you because we would start the trial on the 5th. So the 23rd works better for you?
I'm sorry, of July?
The 23rd of June.
Actually, Your Honor, if I may, I know I'm requesting a jury trial, thinking that the jury trials are going to be set a little bit further out. But I think the ultimate resolution rests with the very good possibility that our client can get an occupational license very soon. I don't think 2 weeks is sufficient. I think 2 weeks to a month will be sufficient to satisfy the requirement of a dismissal in this case. And we're just asking for the appropriate measure to gain the right amount of time to satisfy that requirement.
Well, counsel, I'm not hearing any requests at this time. This case has an offense date of 22 August 2020. It has been reset several times, and we were last here on the 10th of February 2022 with a promise to the court that an occupational license will be gained on the 18th of February 2022, and even further set for conditional requirement satisfaction and completion by today,
Yes.
the 17th of June.
Yes, and if I may, Your Honor, and I just remember something. I believe at that particular time, if I'm not mistaken, there were at least 3 jurisdictions that she was dealing with in order to make herself eligible to obtain the occupational license. She established a payment plan with at least 2 of those jurisdictions and has satisfied the payment plans with those 2 jurisdictions, only leaving 1 final jurisdiction. Once that's established, she'll be able to clear the warrant. The warrant will be lifted from DPS, and it would allow her to be eligible to immediately apply for the occupational license here at the local JP level. And she has been doing her diligence. She has obtained SR22 insurance, which she has been making monthly payments in compliance with Texas DPS. And we're just asking for that additional time so that in the interest of her complying and resolving this case, we're just asking for that extension.
And what are we asking for?
Well, financially, she did advise me that she would need at least 30 days to satisfy a payment plan with the municipality, with Almost Park. I don't know if she can do that any sooner, but she told me at the very least it would be 30 days. If she satisfies that payment plan before the 30 days, we can immediately apply for the occupational license at the JP court.
As what is the, remind me what the conditions are? The requirements for conditional dismissal state?
Judge, the conditions are for her to provide proof of insurance, which she has, and she also has provided a non-driving affidavit with a valid Texas driver's license.
State? Okay, and a valid driver's license?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so insurance, financial responsibility, no driving affidavit. Okay.
Yes.
Counsel, has that been filed with the court?
The affidavit of non-driving has, not the SR 22. I can get that done, Your Honor. I do have proof of it here in my possession.
That will be part of the occupational driver's license package, application package, correct?
Yes, at the JP. Yes, Your Honor.
I can wait for that. I'm just wanting to know that the affidavit of non-driving has been filed, e-filed with the court?
Yes, Your Honor. I saw it on bear.org. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And so state is looking for insurance, that affidavit of non-driving, valid Texas driver's license. State, any other requirements?
No, Judge, that's all.
Okay, so that, I am going to add for the conditional dismissal, 30 hours of community service restitution. And has she completed a driver safety course?
I don't believe that's as a condition of the occupational license. I didn't see that, but I can certainly ask her when the last time she's ever taken one.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and add that. And so you're looking for a reset for a trial date of the 21st of July?
Well, my hope was to get a reset for to obtain an occupational license so we can get the case dismissed without having the trial in July. I guess specifically I was asking for another pretrial reset, understanding that the court very rarely gives those. But this is a case where I truly believe that our client has been diligently since February trying to meet the terms of the conditional dismissal that was originally given to us. Just financially, it was to get into the payment plans and lift those warrants from Texas DPS in order to obtain a valid occupational license. It was a little struggle. It's been
And you understand that this is a driving while licensed and valid enhanced?
Yes, Your Honor. And I was looking at the history of that, and I believe I have an explanation, but I need to affirm why that happened, but yes.
Sure. And so, so that we make sure that we are somewhat considering the community at large and certain responsible behavior behind the wheel. The state is asking for valid Texas driver's license. State, are you willing to substitute that for an occupational license? Or is that inclusive, either a valid Texas driver's license or an occupational driver's license would satisfy the requirements for conditional dismissal? Which one?
Judge, I believe either would be perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
Although it is a DWLI enhanced, as you were talking about, I admit that I am not so concerned for the community because she has provided an affidavit of non-driving. Again, the state is not opposed to this extension for Ms. Yasso to get the conditions completed. And Judge, on other note, I'm in HR orientation and really need to get back to it. Mr. Bose has said that he will take over this matter for me if I may be excused.
Of course, yes. Counsel.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't
Any
have any
objections to?
No, Your Honor. No, I
Attorney
appreciate,
Bose's?
I thank her for,
Thank you. And again, the state is not opposed to giving Ms. Yasso additional time to settle these matters. Thank you.
Thank you. So you're setting the you wish to set the matter for trial on 21st of July?
July 21st?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
That will work?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and the trial date will be the 25th of July.
Thank you, Your Honor. For some reason, my mind was thinking June, and I apologize for that.
Not a problem, not a problem. So sir, will an interpreter be needed for your client?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Regarding witnesses, will your defense will the defense rely on the state's file and police reports, file a motion, or have the witnesses read on record at this time?
I'll depend on what's written in the police report, Your Honor.
All righty. And state, anything further regarding witnesses?
No, nothing further.
Does the state reserve its right to supplement regarding witnesses?
No, Judge, there'll be no need to supplement.
Okay. And with all motions and or pretrial requests will be in writing with a focus on motion in limine. If there is a requirement for a motion in limine and the court needs to arbitrate that, please make sure that we set that for a hearing on Friday. State, have you filed any motions in this case?
No, we have not.
Defense, have you filed any motions in this case?
No, Your Honor.
State, did you have any discovery issues or concerns?
None. I have no concerns at the moment, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defense, do you have any discovery issues or concerns?
No, Your Honor.
You have received your e-discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you received your information?
Yes, yes, I believe so, yes, and I'll confirm it.
Okay, and with the information, have you been able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and the charges against her in order to, sufficient to waive arraignment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you waive arraignment on behalf of the defendant?
Yes, Your
Honor. State, has what agency is this and has an offer been conferred? Conveyed in writing?
Yes, an offer's been conveyed. I don't know if it was conveyed in writing, but an offer has been conveyed, and this case is from the San Antonio Police Department.
Okay. All right. And counsel, do you acknowledge the receipt of an offer that may have been conveyed to you in writing?
It was during this pretrial conference that I received the offer.
Okay, so it was an oral?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so you acknowledge receiving the offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Parties are admonished to exercise due diligence to ensure that discovery does not impede the execution of trial on the set date of 25 July 2022. And the defense to exercise due diligence to notify the defendant of the next court date. The next court date for this defendant, barring any motions that you may set for a hearing, will be the 21st of July 2022, in which the defendant must be present. If the defendant does accept and comply with the state's offers, You must tender a jury waiver and set the matter for a plea within 2 to 3 weeks. State, do you acknowledge the court's admonishments?
Yes, the state acknowledges.
Defense?
Yes, sir.
Defense, does the court coordinator have the defendant's email address?
I don't recall if during the last one it was sent, but I'll make sure that we send it to her.
Will you be able to send that today, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. State, anything further on this matter?
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
Counsel, anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Yes. The court understands, and we have done an electronic record of this matter. Under cause number 645-243, State of Texas versus Cynthia Juanita Hassel. This matter had been set for a conditional dismissal with a plea date of today, the 17th of June, 2022. After conferring, the defense has then chosen to set this matter for trial, which the court and the state is not in objection with or not objecting to. So this matter will be disposed of by trial on the 25th of July, 2022, and with a trial announcement on the 21st of July, 2022, which the defendant must be present. No interpreter is needed for the defendant. This defense will rely on the state's file and police report for witnesses. This is a San Antonio police case. The state does not reserve its right to supplement. All motions and pretrial requests will be in writing. Neither the defense nor the state has filed any motions in this case. And neither the defense nor the state have any discovery concerns. The defense has received their e-discovery and information and acknowledged receipt of an offer conveyed orally. And both the state and the defense acknowledge the court's admonishments. The defense will ensure that the court coordinator gets a defendant's email address today, the 17th of June, 2022. Parties wanted to ensure that the court was advised that the conditional dismissal requirements included getting an insurance, being able to prove financial responsibility, no driving affidavit, a valid Texas driver license, and or occupational license would suffice for the state. The court has added 30 hours community service restitution and evidence of the completion of the driver safety course. States, any objections to the court's admonishments?
No objection from the state.
Excuse me, recitation. I do apologize. Any objections to the course recitation?
No objections.
Thank you. Defense?
Oh, yeah.
All righty. Thank you very much. You and your client were off record on cause number 645-243. And counsel, you and your client are excused. Thank you so much for your patience. You guys have a great long weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your.
All right. Ms. Luna, did you call over to County Court 1 to see if they're still available? It's 11:52. She's going, I believe that she was going to shut down at 11, at 12. Did you call? I've texted, I have not received a response.
I haven't received a response yet.
Your
I'll
Honor,
send another message.
County Court 1 reached out to me. I believe they're actually waiting for us on Zoom.
They're waiting for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go ahead and take the paperwork over there. And if you have the information, the link information, then go on over there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All righty.
And then, Your Honor, I just want to confirm, I will have the defendant come back to do his fingerprints, correct, with County Court 2?
Yes,
Okay, I'll let him know.
thank you. Ms. Luna, make sure that the file gets on over there to the judge, okay?
Okay,
All
let me
right.
write it to her right now.
Okay, CLO Taya Santos, I believe that we're ready to take care of as Robinson case.
Yes, Your Honor. And Officer Francois, it's present as well. She's the assigned officer for the case.
Okay, thank you. Are they still in the room? Are they still there? Oh, there you are. Okay. Uh-oh.
Okay, Judge, we're turned on.
Okay, I don't have the state here. Officer Talia Santos, do we need the state here?
Your Honor, per our court notes, it looks like Mr. Robinson was present on
Do we need the
Tuesday.
ADA?
We spoke to the ADA. Yes, Your Honor, we need the ADA.
Okay. Okay, as I suspected, ADA Bosis jumped into County Court 1 to do the plea, and ADA Han Martinez is in training. So if we would just go ahead and wait a couple of minutes for ADA Bosis.
Yes, Judge.
I'm back. Thank you so much for your patience.
Sure.
Thank you for coming back. ADA Voces, let's get on record on, if you can pull up cause number 633329.
Yes, I have that pulled up.
Okay, let's get on record on cause number 633329, State of Texas versus Isaiah Robinson. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state.
Brett Bose is here for the state.
Counsel, defense,
Michael J. Sawyer for the defendant.
CLO,
CLO de Santos covering for County Court 2.
CSO,
CSO Dominique Francois. I am Mr. Robinson's probation officer.
and okay, so and Isaiah Robinson, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty, let the record reflect that the defendant is in the court session, or the probation is in this court session with his attorney. And we are here on a matter of violation reports and motion to revoke. And I believe that you have conferred all warning regarding this matter. We've also held a performance review hearing on this matter. And we are on electronic record that is being recorded, audio and as well as video. State, you don't have any, do you have any objections to the recording?
No, no, Judge.
Defense?
I have no objection.
Okay, please proceed, state. What are we going to do with this matter?
Well, Judge, after talking with everyone, the recommendation from the state is to would be just to amend a couple conditions of the probation conditions. We would recommend that it appears that he now has a functioning ignition interlock on the vehicle. And so after conferring with defense, we agreed to recommend that he continue with that for 2 more months. And then at that point, after 2 months, the court can decide whether he needs to have it for the remainder of his probation term, or basically the court can decide how to proceed at that point, or if he needs to keep it, or if he can have it removed at that point. And then we also wanted to add monthly field visits for the duration of probation. And other than that, my recommendation is simply to continue him on his current probation. And hopefully he will have learned his lesson, can finish out his probation, complete everything successfully from here.
Thank you, State. Defense?
I'm in agreement with the recommendation by the district attorney. We have supplied all the documentation to the court today this morning. We had asked the court to go along with this recommendation by the state. I certainly like to agree with it. I just asked the court to adopt and do the amendments the DA is required.
Okay. Officer Francois, what are the remaining requirements on this probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you,
So
I'm sorry, first of all, do you have the documentation that defense had mentioned that they provided?
I do not have the most recent, I have the documentation, the mechanic report that was provided to me on May 25th from Custom Sounds. That was given to me then via email, but I have not received any additional reports from the mechanic regarding the interlock.
The defense has indicated that they have documentation that they provided the court this morning. Were you able to see it? Has it been faxed to you, emailed to you, scanned and emailed to you?
Not as of yet, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense, where are those documents?
Hand them to the DA, Brett, he has it, it's the completion of the DWI education course, buying out the community service to Blessed Angels, place here in Tennessee, okay, by the probation, show the receipts for that, $340, and we'll be starting his parenting class. We also supplied documentation to the Brett showing the car was taken on May 24th to Rams Automotive. A certified also technician that monitors these devices, and they determined that incorrectly installed, leading to the battery keep going dead. That's why the car was sitting for periods of time, it had a dead battery. Those things were corrected with the vehicle May 24th. So we believe now the interlock system will be working correctly. I'd just stick with it.
Okay, so it was incorrectly installed.
That is what Rams Automotive said. It was an incorrect installation. It was noted it was located too close to the brake pedal, and also as an improper electrical ground. The improper electrical ground was draining the battery, and caused the car to come up with a dead battery. All that has been corrected. So I believe now the interlock will have no problems.
Judge,
yes,
I will upload this, or not upload. I will scan this paper document from Rams Automotive that he's referring to, and I'll email that to yourself and the CLO and everyone else right now so that you can see it.
Okay, thank you. When is the parenting class scheduled for, or has it not been scheduled? Defense?
I do not know, Your Honor. Did they tell you when you're going to start the parenting classes? Next week, Your Honor.
Okay. So we have the CSR community service restitution. CSO Francois, what was the number of hours?
Yes, Your Honor. The number of hours was 48, but I misspoke on Tuesday during the performance review hearing. Mr. Robinson has paid the community service hours in full and the amount of $330 to Blessed Angels. So his community service has been taken care of.
Okay. So
I apologize, Your Honor. I emailed you, Your Honor, to let you know that I did misspeak on Tuesday regarding that.
Okay, so then we have the DWI education. Now it appears that's outstanding.
No, Your Honor, Mr. Robinson did complete the DWI education
Okay.
as of March 17, 2022.
Okay. Alrighty. What else, what is outstanding now for Mr. Robinson to complete?
So at the moment, the things that are outstanding right now are the drug offender education. He's going to start the parenting class next week. That's what I heard from Mr. Robinson and his defense counsel, and the U Impact.
Okay, so Mr. Robinson, I believe that your attorney will be able to explain to you that completing that drug offender education program is really, really in your best interest, as it may impact on your driver's license from DPS. So make sure that we go ahead and get that. Has that been scheduled at all?
As soon as it can be scheduled by probation of a member, he will start attending immediately.
Okay, not a problem. And then as well, we'll go ahead and work on completing that. Do we need to, when does this probation, when is it due to expire? Cielo?
Your Honor, the case is set to expire November 1st, 2022.
So we have time to be able to go ahead and make sure that there is no delay in you being able to be discharged, as long as you complete your requirements successfully. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. We're
Okay.
trying to get everything done.
All righty. So at this time, we're not contemplating any extensions.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All righty. Okay. So as believe state, you have. Yep, I've got that documentation. State regarding, I believe there was a violation report and a motion to revoke that was filed in this case.
Yes, there was.
Okay, State, are you continuing that motion?
Well, I believe he'll have to plead true to one of the violations, and then the court would order an amendment of his, whatever amendment of conditions the court has decided is appropriate would be ordered at that point.
Okay, so so State, you wish to set this for a motion to revoke hearing? So we can go ahead and set it for next week? or in a week or two, if you wish to go ahead and do that. And we'll have, be able to have a court reporter. You want to be able to do that, or you did not wish to?
Judge, I suppose.
Withdraw the motion to revoke. Your choice. I mean.
Well, I suppose if the court, I suppose the court could just deny the motion to revoke and then amend the defendant's conditions. I mean, that's fine with the state as well.
Okay. We'll go ahead, this state appears to be reluctant with regarding withdrawing the motion to revoke, so we'll set this for the 1st of July, a hearing on this matter for 1st of July, okay?
Judge, that's fine, we'll be here.
All righty. Okay, so Ms. Luna, let's go ahead and get this on record for on docket for 1 July 2022. And thank you all so much for your efforts on this matter, and we will go ahead and have a formal hearing on this on the 1st of July 2022.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, thank you for your time this morning, Brett, and members of probation. Thank you very much.
Thank
See
you.
all.
Absolutely. Thank you, Officer Talia Santos and Officer Francois for jumping in. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All righty.
Not be excused.
Yes, you and Mr. Robinson may be excused.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you. State, the plea in county court, oh, I'm sorry, CLO Talia Santos and CSO Francois, you both excused. Thank you. Have a great Juneteenth weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor. You
Right.
too as well. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you. 88 Boses, I believe the matter in 641445 has been taken care of.
Yes, it has, Judge.
You guys are just zooming across this the courthouse. Okay, the only other thing that we have on the dockets today, sir, is the Valenzuela Roseanne case that was recalled. The attorney hasn't shown up, and Ms. Luna, did you order Roseanne Valenzuela? She was in custody. Did you get a chance to get her?
No, but I'll call Joe right now.
I'm sorry, say again?
What is her cause number, Judge?
She has 3685183, 682-459, 682-588.
So Judge, did you need the state for something else then?
Right, that's what I'm trying to go ahead and figure out. Ms. Luna, is Mr. Stenberg coming? He asked for this matter to be recalled for the 17th of June. That's today. And you were going to, that was from yesterday.
Yes, I haven't spoken to him, but I'll contact his office right now.
Okay.
And what case is that, Judge?
Sir, it is cause numbers 682, 459, 682, 588, and 685. You know, I may have copied those numbers incorrectly. Please allow me to give you these numbers.
Is it
685-182 and 685-183.
okay? Yes, I see them here. Roseanne Valenzuela.
Right. So she has a total of 4 cases at least. And I understand that she picked up a couple of new cases.
Yes, I see. It looks like she has 5 pending cases, and then there are 2 more that are awaiting filing. Judge, would it be possible to break for lunch? And if Mr. Stenberg is here in the afternoon, then I'll be happy to come back after lunch and
Absolutely.
take care of these cases.
Absolutely. And do you have the 16.22 report on these and in part of e-discovery?
I'm.
Oh, just let me know. Just send me a text or an email if you do. So make sure that Attorney Stenberg has them.
Okay, will do.
Alrighty. If we get a hold of you, we'll be back at 2 o'clock. If you can, and if not, and if we don't, if you don't hear from us, if you do not hear from us, you have a great weekend.
All
If
right,
you
thanks,
do
Judge.
hear from me, we'll look at around 2-ish.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good, well, have a good lunch. Thanks.
You too. Thanks. I believe the deputy has left and
Did she say 5?
deputy, who else do you have there?
That's it, Judge. Just Mr. Richard?
My name is Isaac Carter.
Mr. Carter's here, but he's here for fingerprints. Right, on his file?
That's what they told me.
Okay.
Is that the plea that just happened this morning?
In County Court 1 right now.
Okay, all righty, good. You guys will take care of that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna send him to the back.
Okay.
Okay.
So I told the ADA that we will go ahead and see about coming back at 2 o'clock if we need to. We do still have one more person who's incarcerated, Valenzuela, that was recalled. So we'll see what happens with that. Otherwise, we should be done. Ms. Luna?
Yes, Judge?